Hurrah! It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? It's Thursday night, and your children are making my Nikes. I don't wear Nikes. I wear New Balance, so your children are making my New Balance, and they make my feet smell weird. How dare your fucking children use such a poor grade of leather. This is Night Drive. I am Billy at _Swan_man on Twitter, repping for the Army of Snarkness at Army of Snarkness. Be sure to like the Facebook page, download us on iTunes, Stitcher, or Spreaker, of course. We love you, Spreaker. This is all brought to you by the Spreaker.com app and all that good shit. Read it in the description where we at. You should already know that. And if you don't, please, have some. Please have some. So last night, I was a fool, I say. Justin and I defeated the motherfucking aliens, colonial marines, so now I can give you an unbiased, not unbiased, but a pure, clean-cut review, both of the game, and it brings up other issues that come with the franchise itself of Aliens. Ba-ba-ba. See what I did there? I don't. What the fuck am I doing? I don't even know. Trying to get home, man. That's what we're all trying to do. Just trying to find a home. To quote Simon Baker from that bullshit fucking Land of the Dead movie. Bullshit! Can't sympathize with zombies, bro. I had this conversation with the wife. You guys heard it, maybe? Good stuff. Night drive coupling. Talking about zombies and how unlovable they are. To me, anyway. And how not like vampires they are. To me, anyway. It's a whole ball of wax. You should listen. It's fun. It's good to get some stuff on with the wife. I try to do it every day. Haha, that it's fart butt. Shitty joke. Aliens, Colonial Marines. Now, I said that the multiplayer is really fun, and really, it's a game best served for multiplayer, predominantly co-op. It's the most fun doing co-op campaign with some broskies. Over some brewskis that know the goddamn franchise. Because kids that don't give a shit about it, or have seen, things that came afterwards, and like, this is just a pale this is just a pale version of X, Y, or Z. Well, they're right, but this is the motherfucker that started it all. So, fogies that love aliens, this is the game for you, more or less. Now, I say that because the end is a bitter pill. So, spoilers abound, because after the spoilers, I'm going to talk about the franchise problem. Hicks is alive. You rescue Hicks in one of the better parts of the game. The Hadley Hope throwdown between Weiyu and Weyland-Yutani, Mercs, and the Xenomorphs, and when shit gets just a ballroom blitz, and you take down the APCs and shit, that is by far the best fucking level of the game. For multiplayer, for single player, it just has it all. It's so much fun. That is the level. I wish the big throwdowns were a little longer, but then again, I was playing on a pussier level. So, who knows? Hicks is alive. You guys go and try to save Bella. That's not going to work. It doesn't. Chestburster pops out and bitch dies. Duh. Like everybody that's ever been face-hugged. That's just how it goes. Which I love. I love that it was inevitable. But that's the problem with the storyline in the game, is that it's all inevitable and it didn't really mean shit. None of it means anything. It's already weird enough that Hicks is alive, but I'll take it because I'm really not a fan of how Alien 3 turned out. So, it's fun in its standalone way, but you can't do that to the characters of Hicks, Newt, and to a lesser extent Bishop. You just can't. You forged all this goodwill in one great fucking seminal action, sci-fi, horror, semen, just, delicious film that brought all those things together in such a beautiful way that'll never be replicated. Aliens, mwah! You can't just take that great feeling and then turn it into this. Like, I understand it's ballsy and shit, but no. Look, we fell in love with these characters over the course of a 2-hour nightmare. Don't fucking cheap out on us. If you're gonna kill them, at least make it a big thing instead of just, shit happens. That's why, you could call this game Aliens, Colonial Marines, fucking Michael Bihn's Revenge, because this is him giving you a big fuck you to those guys that didn't make the Alien 3 by William Gibson, which is out on the internet and one of the best films never made. And parts of that actually play into this game, sort of. Not as smart as the William Gibson script. But the whole Hicks, Bishop, different kind of alien, breeding, mercs, all that good shit, action pieces abound, yeah, that's in there. So, Michael Biehn, here's the dealio, while I'm talking about him, and the franchise. Michael Biehn was slated for Alien 3, he was going to be the core guy for Alien 3. Like I said, it's going to be Hicks, Bishop, versus, with Marines taking out all this shit to prevent them from landing on Earth. In a very similar way, these things happen in Colonial Marines, which is a big positive on my end on that. But he was slated, and there's promo pictures and shit too, where it's like, you know, the war comes to Earth and shit, and that's one of the best teaser trailers ever. Gives me goosebumps thinking about it. Is where it's the planet Earth and it cracks like the egg from Aliens, and it was a great poster, you know, nice image, good shit, and it just went by the wayside. You'll notice those posters started to go away until it was just the creepy embryo thing, which I also remember, and that was a great bit of marketing. The embryo bit for Alien 3 was also very fun. It's full of iconic imagery. It's just the movies, especially after Alien 3, just didn't deliver on all of that. And that's where you get your Kenner toys, is from the William Gibson thing. I've said this before probably, but that's where you get the great Kenner toy line, because it was ramping up for this fucking ridiculous marine alien xenomorph throwdown on Earth, or towards Earth, and it was going to be just ridiculous, and there was going to be a bull alien, a gorilla alien, and all that shit was going to be in there. Not as prominently as the toys would have you believe, but it was going to work. And then Alien 3 came out and took all the wind out of the sails. It was a total debacle because of scheduling. They had to have it by, like, summer 92, which is when it came out, but they had to scale back on everything and rewrites and blah, 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 and the rest. And now you know the rest of the story. But Michael Biehn was going to be the star, and he had a contract and everything. He was going to be the fucking star of the movie, more or less. Co-star, to say the least. And when they cut him out, they had to fucking buy him out of his contract when they were scaling back on how much we could actually do with the movie in the short little timeline they had. Because again, what he was asking for, now in the day of CG, it would be no problem, but back then, a little audacious and wouldn't fit in the timeline that they had. So what ended up happening, 6 years ago, come on. What ended up happening was they cut him out and they bought him out. They bought Michael Biehn out. They're like, fuck it, here's your money, bro. And they took his likeness, what little they could use of it, from previous stock footage that they owned, because he was pissed! Rumor is he was pissed! And they kill him off camera, and that's just horseshit in his eyes, and blah, blah, blah. Hence, Michael Bihn's Revenge, this video game. So, you and Hicks and O'Neill, the smart gun dude, and maybe a buddy, which is always fun. Good stuff. You guys have to kick the shit out of Wayu, and get the fuck off Hadley's Hope before shit gets really bad. Before you die, basically. And before Wayu gets away with this fucking horrible crime that they've been doing. And it's kind of a Jurassic Park thing where they take the fences down and let the scientists eat crow and rather get splattered in acid / buckshot. Good level, too. Killing the poor little scientists, because fuck them, that's why. I think O'Neill says it best, where it's like, they should have known what they were doing before they chose to kill 300 Marines. And it's like, fucking, hey, I'm burning this bitch to the ground. And we do, sort of. You get the lift off, and then the Queen follows you and grabs on, because you were going to kill the Queen from Atmo, but of course it's a video game. You untether the fucking aircraft, fly off, and the Queen's, you know, riding with you, and then it's the big Queen fight that is kind of very similar to the AVP Queen fight from the PC version, where you have to, you know, unlatch something or turn something on in a sequence and then push her out the goddamn airlock, because that's the only way to beat a Queen, apparently. Problem is, apparently aliens, you know, with Alien 3, the Queen gets blown out of the airlock, but then grabs onto the ship somehow later, and that's how Alien 3 happens, because she takes an egg with her and all this. Whatever, I haven't seen it in so long. I guess I should, before I fucking spout off about the franchise. But hey, man, I've seen it, and I know enough, because I was looking at the X-rated, or the, you know, the trimmed cut that made people fucking vomit where they were autopsying Newt, which is a scene with the great Charles Dance, who I adore. And how visceral, and it made people fucking puke and shit when they were making it. So it's like, I gotta see this. And there's a lot of really extensive shit in there, so do a web search for Newt's body and shit, and you'll find some really cool prosthetic stuff, which I'm totally into, the, you know, gore effects, and gore makeup, and whole cadaver being built from fucking scratch. That's why Hicks's head isn't, you know, intact, because they couldn't use Michael Biehn. Again, Bihn's Revenge. So to prevent the Queen from pulling any of those shenanigans in this game, here's what goes down. Spoiler. Say you successfully launch her out the fucking airlock. Cutscene, Cruz, who, you know, was in this ship, and he's all pinned and stuff, he's like, fuck you! And he ejects, taking the Queen down to surface level, and it's assumed exploding on the surface of Hadley's Hope while you guys take off. LV-426, you guys are taking off, and he launches off with the Queen on the hood of his ship, basically, and then explosions. Which is awesome and shit, except you didn't get to do that. So you go through all this fight to get rid of the Queen, but it ends up just being a part of a cutscene that you had no control over. It's like, come on, the whole point of video games is to be the badass of the story. You take that away from us, that's bullshit. So, boo, sour marks on that. Sad pickle, sour popsicle. It's poor show, poor form, come on. I fucking went through this game. Let me get the joy of being the one that kills the bitch. Because, that was a difficult level. So, fuck you for that. And then there's a few things like the Michael Wayland thing from Alien 3. He was one of the people that way you had, for some reason, confiscated, and he's going to tell you stuff, and you shoot him in the... Hicks shoots him in the head because he's synthetic, because again, the real Michael, Peter, whatever his fucking name is, the real Bishop inspiration, guy is on Fury 161 later in Alien 3, and that's really him, because, blood. So Bishop syncs up with the Wayland bot, and downloads a bunch of information, and the last line, no shit, is like, we know everything, and that's it. That's the end of the fucking game. So far, which came off as cheap for me too, because I have to buy a season pass. Well, I don't have to, fuck them. If I was really butthurt, I wouldn't, but I like the game with the co-op and the friends and the boo-boo. Maybe I am kind of waiting for the price to go down on the season pass, though, because it's like, there's no way. Some balls, I mean, come on. You're going to charge more than the average DLC cost, season pass and stuff, for a game that got such a poor review and shit. Like, remember, the Duke Nukem Forever DLC was only $10, and I bought the shit out of it because I love Duke Nukem. But there's some brass, Gearbox, $25 DLC pass. Is there even a guarantee I'm going to get $25 worth of DLC? Because again, I haven't seen the buy numbers, but I'm going to assume they lean towards the not so great, because again, the reviews were shitty. Shitty as fuck. But don't give me an ending where it's just clear that you're going to have to, wait for the DLC to tie it all up. Fuck that, no. Give it a complete ending in some way. Even if you want to release DLC, make this, like a trilogy or something, but make the fucking game on disc not necessarily need DLC to end the fucking story. You stupid assholes. So fuck them for that. So overall, I'd give it Colonial Marines, the game. If someone else has it, play it with them, if you like Aliens. I had it pre-order, I was boned from the start, but, I don't regret buying it. I'll probably buy the DLC because it's fun, but storyline-wise, you did some cool shit, but you also did some bullshit. But then again, I'm an Alien 3 hater, so the more that's Colonial Marine-related, keeping Hicks alive, and all that good shit, I'm down for, because part of playing the game was a lot like me playing with my Kinder toys back in the Dizzy, and that is warm and fuzzy. And again, the extermination mode is fantastic on multiplayer. I mean, all the others are kind of but maybe if I had more friends on Xbox Live. Be my friend on Xbox Live! Unafraid Swan Man! Yeah! We'll play some games eventually, because I work for a living, goddammit, so I'm not on there all the time, but when I am, who knows? Well, for games. I'm on there for Netflix, mostly. Watch fucking House of Cards, bro. We can get into some House of Cards at a later date! But what is up with Aliens as a franchise? Why can't it just have a through line that's entertaining and good and not in the muck? It's not like they traveled through time. If anything, they always went forward in time, which was smart. But they still get tangled in their own fucking mess. They can't escape their own canon. They can't escape their own rules. They keep painting themselves into corners. How and why? Why do you keep doing this? Why was Aliens so uneven? Sure, Alien and Aliens as a duo, I love them. Pretty close to perfect films. Love them with a passion. Love me some xenomorphs. I've got a big giant Nico xenomorph courtesy of Dave and I forgot his name. I've got a big giant Nika xenomorph because it was free and it was repainted, but it's cool. I'll take it. Again, I played with the toys as a boy. Love the Kinder toys. Definitely buying the new Nika stuff with Hicks and Hudson. Fucking A. But why does it pretty much stop at there, at Aliens? Why does it stop at 2 movies, even though there's so many more? Because Alien 3, I'll rewatch, sure. Maybe it'll give me a perspective, but I'm not going to like it as much. It's fucking an established fact I'm not going to like it that much. Don't bum the Blu-ray from somebody. Because I heard the Blu-ray set's great. They remastered it. Again, Aliens on Blu-ray, Alien on Blu-ray. It's like watching it for the first time. You're experiencing all the moments and shit. And it's exhilarating. It's an exhilarating watch. Fucking the Queen fight. Oh, shit. I'd never been so into it. Not since I was a boy. But why so uneven? You're handed gold with this franchise, and everyone just sort of fucks it up somehow. I don't see how you could do that. Because, it's pretty basic shit, right? Xenomorph, and it's creepy and weird, and either it slithers around and fucks your day up, or you fight a bunch of them and it fucks your day up some more. And they're very fucking dangerous and all that. Why? Keep it dark, keep adding to the fucking bad consequences around you and make the environment just perilous. Why is this so hard? Why did they have to add things or subtract things or just forget things of a well-known film series? Why? I don't remember. You're paid to write this or make this. Fuck. You can't keep it together? I don't know. It's sad. Same thing happened to Predator, but I dug the shit out of Predators. And technically, all 3 standalone Predator films are really good in my book. There's not a single weak standalone Predator film. I can't say that for Aliens. Because Resurrection sucks. Fucking silly. Fucking silly. The AVP movies are a wash, so there's no reason to even talk about them. Except to give Lance Henriksen work. In a confusing way, because I don't know who the fuck he's playing anymore. Which one's which? Just put him with a fucking old man made up fucking, what's his name? Ah, shit! I forgot, Guy Pearce. That is his penance. That's Guy Pearce's penance for Lockout. Don't watch Lockout, it's bullshit. Horseshit, it's painful to watch. Holy shit, Lockout sucks. Like, the concept's awesome, but the execution hurts me. It's like eating a fucking... It's like a jigsaw trap where eating a fishing line full of fishing hooks and swallowing them and then having to pull them out while they pull your esophagus out and shit. Anything else that might be in the way. Fuck me. Goddamn Lockout. Goddamn Lockout to hell. Only watch it in an ironic sense because the effects are hilarious. It's like Guy Pearce running in front of someone's TV while they play fucking Gears of War. No! Space! Dust effect! Smoke! Flame! Ah! Shitty. Fuck Lockout up its stupid ass. And I'm usually a fan of those glorious French bastards, so there you go. There's a baby review on Lockout. Fuck that stupid shit. Watch it only in the ironic sense with a lot of booze. And friends that are into that kind of thing. Will I podcast the horrible film fest? I don't know if America has time for that shit. But maybe. I'm down for anything. But then again, I might violate several copyright laws with, like Sloane and The Vindicator and The Messenger. I don't want to get sued by I don't want to get sued by Fred Williamson. He takes that shit personally, I would assume. I guess. He's bad, cuz. Bad news. But that'll wrap it up for tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. I am Billy at the _swan_man, repping for the Army of Snarkness. Like the Facebook page, Army of Snarkness. Follow Army of Snarkness on Twitter, at Army of Snarkness. And, peace!